Alright guys, let me know if you can hear me. Let's see if this chat box works. Oh, there we go. Look at that. We're slowly figuring things out here, guys. So I made a switch back to YouTube. Way better exposure. How's the music? Let me know if you want me to fix anything. If the music's too loud or anything. Please let me know. Let's give it a couple minutes. That way we can make sure we have everyone in here. Let's check out Bitcoin in the meantime before we get started. What's up, Mario? What's up, David? Mvis? Kev, appreciate you guys being here. I forgot which one I charted. I think this one. Nope. Which one did I chart? How do I find it, guys? Alright, I charted Bitcoin, but now I can't find it. Let me try and look on my Twitter. Before my last video actually blew up, I had about 600 to 700 subs, and now we're close to 3,000. So you know, that's crazy. Yeah, I think Bitcoin will finish around 90,000. I can't seem to find which one I charted. I don't know why I can't find it. Which one did I chart? Bitcoin. Alright, let me see. Why can't I find this, guys? My mic's low. What about now? That should be much better. I was at 670 or 700 around there. And then that video blew up. Let me just pull up my picture of it. So here. Maybe I have it saved. Yep, there it is. my mic's still low. It might be your volume because it's showing that it's almost maxed. Okay, awesome. Here's Bitcoin. Here's when I posted it, and now it's slowly starting to break out. I don't know why I can't find it. I appreciate that, guys. We are growing. Damn, I guess it's just gone. Whatever. Here is my chart though. And as you can see, I was looking for this previous resistance, which was the top of the wave 5, to act as a new support right here. BTC USD. Okay. BTC USD on Bitstamp. This one. Look at that. You are a genius, Kev. Okay. So, we're slowly starting to break out here. And I was looking for this previous resistance to act as a new support. You see it every single time. Also, we had this 5-wave sequence, which now turns into a larger wave 1. And then if you take the fib extension from the bottom of this wave to the top of this wave, the 1.618 reaches right there, which is around 90,000. So that's why my target's 90,000. So I hope you guys understand that. I think this looks great. This chart really looks great. And as you can see, we're slowly, if I zoom in a little bit, we just broke out of this triangle, and let's see if we can hold this. So making this resistance a new support. So it breaks out. I could totally see it going like this. So we break out. We retest this previous resistance, come back down, and then move. You see it every time. Throw some charts at me, or tickers at me that you want me to request or chart. Then I'll go over the charts, and I can go over some unusual options flow. See any news? Here's J&J, so I wonder how that's going to act. They just got approved for the COVID-19 vaccine. Boeing awarded $309 million Navy contract. Wow. Price target raise. Let me know if you see anything interesting here. Let me try and move this chat box over. There we go, so it doesn't get in the way for you guys. Alright, Wayne, you're first up, my man. Space. So, let me remove everything. Okay, just off the bat, let's go over some major points of resistance. Major point. Major point. Okay, I'm just going to do those two because that's where price is near. So we have this resistance, which it failed, and now we have this resistance right here, which, as you can see, it's holding. So if this line can continue to hold and we start to see some upside, I wouldn't play this until we break this previous major resistance at 42.46 line. Right, we have a big upside down U here, so you know what this could potentially do. This could potentially inverse cup and handle. Right, so something like this. And then we'll have a little channel. I could totally see it bouncing back, staying below this resistance line, and then, you know, drops down even more if, you know, markets start to move downwards. But, you know, if the markets start to pick up, as you can see, decreasing volume. So, you know, we're expected to see something there. They just had their earnings. Let's check the flow. My man Mvis out here. Hit the like button. Let's see some top trades. So, let me make this a little larger so it's easier to see. What do we got here? Anything bullish? Anything bullish? Let's check out the most active. So let's do... So this is the most active space contracts in the last 5 days. All 226. 3.5 is a put. 3.5 call, above ask. But look, 92% in the ask. So some of these people are pretty bearish. They're paying an average of 120. Okay. So, quick summary, I wouldn't want to play this unless we break this 42.46 line. All right. I should probably post this in the Discord server, right? Let me post this in the Discord server quick. Alright, let me try and go in order. Tesla. Okay. So, if you don't follow me on Twitter, then I guess you didn't see this. I also posted this in the Discord. Let's check the 2 hour. So, huge rising bearish wedge. Right? Rising bearish wedge. Now, if we go a little longer, we have this wave 1, wave 2 consolidation, A, B, C, D, E correction. And then we had that wave 3 parabolic impulse wave. So now we can either be in a wave 4 pullback, which is what these yellow fibs are. So the wave 4s tend to fall in between the 236 and the 382. So, you know, we can either bounce in between this zone, or this could be wave 5 up here, as you can see by the red numbers. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then now we can start to see some bearish momentum. We had that wave 1 with the wave 2 pullback, which hit the 786, And then the wave 3 parabolic move to the downside, which hit the 1.618. And then we pulled back exactly to the 0.5, which was 750, which I've been looking at for a long time now. And then we rejected very hard, and now we're starting to come back down. And the next major area of support is that resistance. And then really nothing else there is you know, too strong. Check out the volume on the side, right? Everything is down here. So unless we get back over 750 somehow, I'm pretty bearish on Tesla. Let's check out the flow. So all these top ones are puts. 550 puts, $1.4 million order. And that's above ass too, so someone's pretty bearish. Let's check out the most active stock options. So it's going to be all 226 because the new week hasn't started yet. But if I do that 10-day, yeah, it's not showing anything. But we can check out this, the put call sentiment. So it's pretty neutral across the board. The flow. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. So the flow is pretty neutral according to the put flow sentiment, but look at the large trades. A $1.4 million order on 550 puts, which I really like this play. This has a nice potential. And 38% of them are at 425. So I do like this play. The March 5th 550 put. So that's this Friday and at 550. So someone expects a pretty large move to the downside, which from there would be about a 18% drop, which is $120. So that's a big drop. All right, on to the next. I'm going to try and go in order, guys, for the most common ones. Let's go over Amazon. So here's my chart on Amazon. Let me try and remove all this fancy stuff here. So we obviously didn't break out here. We thought this was a wave 1, and then we thought this was a wave 2, and we were anticipating that we were going to finally break out, but as you see, we rejected this previous resistance. So here's previous resistance acting as previous resistance again. And then we ended up falling, and now we fell below this previous support. This was a major support that we needed to hold. And look, we break down, and then we come back up and retest. So this is an example of old support becoming new resistance right here. And then we ended up coming down even more. So I am not bullish on Amazon whatsoever. We really need to reclaim this huge area. Needs to hold. Okay. See how many times it bounced within this area? This is a major area of support. Let's check out the flow. Also, how's the music? Let me know if the music is too loud, too low. Okay, so these are all 13F plays, but Amazon has some gigantic orders. Like a 4.8 million on calls, But that's bid side, so this is someone selling, probably. Puts. This was February 26th, though, so those expired. Okay. Let's check out the most active. So this is going to be for last week because the new week didn't start. But the top couple plays were 3100 call. What did it end at? So that didn't hit. A 3050 put. That didn't hit either. So all these expired out of the money basically. Let's check out the put call sentiment. So look at this, 53% neutral. So yeah, this is something that you definitely want to wait to see what happens. It's in this zone that it's deciding where to go. So if we break out to the upside and we get back over, this is the line I'm watching. Right, that's a major area of support, or now resistance. Let me go back up. After Amazon, we have... You guys want to see GameStop? Let's do GameStop at the end. We could do GameStop and AMC at the end. Let's check W. So, if I see something good, I'm going to add it to my watch list. Oh, I remember this play. I wanted to get in right as soon as it broke. That's why I have this line here, and I ended up missing it. Alright, we've been consolidating for a long time now. So we had that ABCDE correction, and then we broke out, and then we retested. So old resistance becoming a new support, and then here we are again. It bounced, and we're starting to create this another line of resistance. Okay. So if we can break over this, I see a huge line right around that area. Right, I can either draw a line or something like this. Right, huge area of resistance. Check out the volume profile on the side. So this is the area you need to break, and look, the line falls right over, just like the that resistance point. So this is the area you need to break if you're, if you want to play calls. And then if it rejects here, I'm going to be pretty bearish, and this is our next support. Let's check out the flow. So we have some puts, some 240 puts. What did we end at? 288. This is for March though. So this guy's bearish going into March. I'm pretty sure this is a March 19th. It doesn't show it, but that's a March 19th put. Yeah, so this guy expects the price to fall down. He wants it to fall down in this region, which is exactly what I just said. Okay. And it's pretty neutral across the board, the flow. Let's see, what do we want next? I'll do AMC a little bit after. Wow, there's a lot of you. We almost have 100 people in here. RMO I saw a couple times. Let's do RMO. So, this had a huge spike. And I'm pretty sure, a lot of people were trying to play this here. we had the A, B, C, D, and then people were hoping that this was the E bounce, and then we would break out, and then it ended up failing. So I want if you're trying to play some calls, you want back over that 14 line, right? Like right now, you have no idea where it's going to go, and if it breaks this level, right, the bottom of this candle, then you're probably going to see some more downside. Let's check the put call sentiment. Yeah, so 48% bearish goes exactly with what I said. So if it breaks below there, it's you're gonna see some more downside. Okay. Let's see what else. Trying to go in order. Let's do Apple. Apple I saw a couple times. So Apple's been following this trend, very nicely. We've been bouncing back and forth in between it. And it's been having some trouble breaking out into the top section. This is our wave 1 with our wave 2 pullback, and then we had a wave 3, 4, and then 5. So here, I'm pretty bearish on Apple, honestly. If we fall below that candle, that 118 line, then we're definitely going to see some more downside. So this could be our wave 1 with the wave 2 pullback. It lines up perfectly with that previous resistance. So previous resistance acting as another resistance. And then we fall through. We bounce below this previous support. And then we retested it. So this would have been a great area for puts if you were able to catch that. So we fell through support, and then we retested it and made the old support new resistance. Okay, and now we're starting to come down. So we really need to hold this region. Let's check the flow. Whoops. So neutral. Everything's neutral right now. The market just doesn't know which way to go. I'm sure, as you guys know, last week was pretty brutal. So let's see what we got. Some 3-5 calls, more calls, a little bit more on the ask. So if you don't know already, if something's on the ask, it's usually a buyer, and if it's on the bid, it's usually a seller. Not always, but that's usually what it is, especially with the big orders. So there were 18,416 120 puts. So that's basically at the money call. So that's pretty neutral. At the money, they're just playing some market downside. All right, let's do RKT. I saw that a couple times. All right, I have a lot on this chart, as you can see. So what a play. I mean, this was consolidating for super long. Let me delete these. Super distracting. As you can see, I chart like everything. And that's what you guys should be doing. You should be charting, as much as possible, just seeing what happens, seeing what doesn't happen. So super long period of consolidation, months on end. And then we finally broke out, and then we retested this previous resistance. I hope you guys are seeing the same thing in each chart. Retesting this previous resistance, making it a new support right there, and then we fell through to the downside, and then ended up, jumping up because of some good news. So right now, you want to hold this line right here. If you break this line to the downside, you have this gap to fill. So below this, you will see, right, the most previous candle. You will see 2050 in that region. So that's a big area to hold, which is almost a 5.5% gap. Okay. So this is a huge area you need to hold, and then if you start to see some more upside, possible entry point right in this region, right? Previous resistance. That's definitely a good area to go long. 2285. Let's check out the flow. And last week it had 3.6 times the unusual volume, the usual volume. So again, neutral. Guys, give me something that you think is going to be bullish. I wonder what AMC is. Let's check AMC. Even AMC is pretty even across the board. I don't think this does. Yeah, this doesn't do cryptocurrencies. This just does equities. All right, let's do PLTR. We are in PLTR right now. So we got in here. We had Kathy Wood buy and it spiked 18%. We had 50% and it sucks that we didn't take profit because now we're down. So that's just another scenario of, you know, if you're up quick, it's always good to just take profits. So this is our wave 1, right? This huge sequence is a wave 1, and now we're wave 2 pullback. And wave 2s are valid over the 786. But this right here, this bounce off the 618 makes me bullish. Those 618 bounces are strong. So if we can start to gain some momentum here and then cross this this 25 line, I'll probably add to my position. Okay. So if we can cross this 25 region, I will probably add to my position. Let's check out the flow. Everything's neutral. It's crazy. Let's check out the top trade. So that's pretty bearish. I don't see anything. Ask side. This is the only one. These are spreads, so don't pay attention to those really. See what we got. 3-5, 25 calls. 521, 30 call. You know, nothing too bullish, but it had some big block orders, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so look, 9:30 a.m. someone bought 600,000 shares above ask. That's super bullish. That is super bullish. That's probably Kathy Wood. So there is a bunch here above the ask, which looks pretty interesting to me. These are much smaller orders, but I like that order a lot. Interesting. I like it. So 25 again. 25. We need to hold this 618. If we don't hold the 618, I'll probably cut my position, and we'll probably see some more downside. Remove that because that's invalid. And then we have this ABC correction. Yeah. So this is the line we need to hold above 25. I'm bullish, and I'll probably add to my position because we have May contracts. Let's do DraftKings, Jared. So DraftKings just had earnings. Let's check out the 1 day. So DraftKings. Long-term scale, we had that wave 1 with the wave 2 pullback. Look at that. That just scared the crap out of me, guys. So wave 1 with the wave 2 pullback, and then this wave 3 parabolic move to the upside ended up hitting 64. What the heck is going on? I gotta lower that volume. That will be fixed in the next stream. And then we had this wave 4 pullback. What is going on? Oh boy. Alright, let me turn this off. And now, so what we're looking at on DraftKings, we were creating this symmetrical triangle-ish pattern, right? A, B, C, D, E. We broke out, and now we're holding this previous resistance as a new support, and we're starting to move back to the upside. So move back over 64, which is all-time high. We will see a move higher, and I'm expecting a move around to 70 and maybe even higher. But my wave 5 target is 68. Let's check out the flow for DraftKings. Yeah, I just turned it off. The alert thing. Let's check out the put call sentiment. So that's the largest neutral one we've seen. So we'll see what happens. A bunch of things on ask. Above ask. April, 60 calls. Pretty bullish order, if you ask me. Let's check out the block trades. Alright, so this was right at close. I like that a lot. This is probably the same buyer buying at ask or above, and they bought around 600,000 shares of DraftKings. That's definitely bullish. So I do think we start to see a move to the top part of this channel. I like it a lot. And they just had a great earnings. Never mind. Scratch that. I thought they had a great earnings. Alright, let's see what's next. XPEV, I saw it a couple times. XPEV I'm doing now, and then I'll do PAND. Alright, XPEV, obviously, I'm not bullish on this. We had the ABC, and then we were expecting this C to bounce right here, which is also this previous support. And then we failed through this support, which was a previous resistance line right here. So we failed through everything. Your next support, if you're bullish on this, is this region right here. And then below that you have this area. This could be, ready? What this could be. Let's delete these lines. So this could be a full wave 1, and now we are starting to do wave 2. So the line that you need to watch for, let's see if it's over the 786. So it's right here. So it lines up perfectly with this previous support. So this is the line you want to be careful of. If it breaks that 30.23 level, definitely bearish. But if it bounces here, it's a great entry. So I'll keep my waves 2 there. What it could be making also. Let's extend this line. right? It totally could be doing this. This is A, B, and then C lines up perfectly. I actually really like that. This lines up perfectly with the previous support. It lines up with the Wave 2 786. And we're starting to create this falling wedge. Now that I look at it like that, I like this over this 786 line. Okay. So I could totally see this happening. Bounce. Boom. All right, then we would have an A, B, C, D, E. That could totally happen. Or we just go through right here. This is a huge falling wedge if this stays true. But as price moves, you have to, you have to go along with what's happening. You always have to update your charts and everything. You have to move with price action. Big put orders above ask. Almost 19,000 contracts on March 19th, 25 and 30 puts. That's a $1.2 million order. So that guy's bearish. That's a spread though. So this was his spread if you wanted to copy. 13,000. And you could see exactly what he did. Check out the put call sentiment. Wow, there's our biggest neutral of the day. So XPV is neutral. So this point right here is a huge factor. That's the level you want to watch for. Let me remove this. That's your buy zone. Right there. So if you want to take a screenshot, if you want to watch this, or I'll post it in the Discord. I could post this in the Discord. I do like this play. Alright, let's do pan. I see you guys typing the same ticker over and over again to try and get me to do it. What the heck? Alright, so it's a therapeutic company. They obviously had amazing news. And their earnings are this week. So this is going to be... And look, it happened exactly where you think it would too. Right above that resistance. It gapped up. I mean, I could check the flow. I don't really know anything about it, so... I don't want to lead you in the right direction. In the wrong direction. They don't even have options, so... I don't know anything about the company. This is more of a fundamental play. Let's see what else. Mvis. I see falling wedge. I like falling wedges. Let me know if you see any bull flags or falling wedges, and I would love to review it. Right? So this falling wedge. Love it. This could coil a little bit more. Right, we have the full A, B, and then could definitely coil some more. But if you want to enter, right above this candle is where I would enter. So this region. So you could enter here on Monday open. It's definitely riskier, but you get a greater return. An entry over this D wave, which if we do get a D wave, that would be a safer entry based on confirmation. And then, we're seeing decreasing volume. And if we start to see some big volume come in, that would confirm the move to the upside. So I will add it to the watch list because falling wedges is basically one of the only patterns I play. Falling wedges, both legs. I like playing multiple tops. Let's check out Riot. Oh wait, let me look at the flow on that one. What was that? Mvis? So it's more bearish than anything. So I could see, you know, what was that? Mvis completing the ABCDE correction. That just makes sense then. So exactly what I said. So here's the most active ones. 12 puts were 71% bought on the ask. And there was only 1,700 of them, so there wasn't too much volume in this. You love XPV. Yeah. It looks, it's definitely setting up, man. Also, if I skip your ticker that you want to see, don't feel like I'm ignoring you. There is a lot coming in. So, let's check out Riot. So I already had this started because I was looking at it already. But I do like this. We had this gap, so we do have this gap to fill. So if we can break that 56 level, which we are 10 points away, but this would be a great play. This is a great entry. So if you want a free play, set your alert right there, and once this breaks, you're getting almost a 10-point gap up. Okay, no resistance in between. This is going to be filled probably in a day. So here, this could either be wave E, and we could be bouncing out, or wave E could be extended. And look at the decreased volume. He screamed yes. Yeah, sorry guys. There's almost 100 people in here, so and I'm still getting used to it. Right? I was used to streaming with like 30 people. I'm gonna do Ibio next. I like this play. Falling wedges. They always have treated me right. So what just happened? There we go. And look, I have my alert set here. That way, if we start to see a move and break out of this candle, that previous resistance, acting as a new support here, new support there, and then it failed and then acted as resistance. So back over this line is where I want to be notified. Let's check out the flow. That's all from Friday. Neutral. So we'll see what happens. Let's do Ivio. I see a falling wedge. Alright, that's a nice falling wedge. It's squeezing, decreased volume, which means we're getting ready to move. And these levels is where it's bounced numerous times. So it acted as resistance, and then it acted as support. Alright, and then it acted as resistance again, and now we expect it to act as support. So I do like this. A good entry over that candle, that will give us an entry right over this previous resistance as well. So I'll set my alert. Let's check out the flow. Look at all these calls. I mean, these are small orders. Yeah, like $1,000 order. So, not really anything that I would follow, because I want to follow big money, not just a random person putting 100 contracts into something. And there's really no volume. So, I wonder what the short interest is. Any block orders? Block orders aren't too bullish. And mostly bearish. So, we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm going to start to go over some tickers that I like. I added this to my watch list for some reason. Why did I like this play? Is there a falling wedge on the 1 hour? So, there is. Urban Outfitters, the 1 hour, looks good, right? It's just consolidating, it's getting ready for a move higher. I'm going to set my target right over there, and this is going to be one of my plays for this week if it breaks out. Let's see what else. I don't know why my watch list didn't update. Let me go on my phone quick. Alright, I'll just do some more chart requests. And I'll add to my watch list depending on what I like. So Mara, I wanted to play this gap and I ended up missing it, which sucks. So we had this gap to fill the other day, and we retested this previous resistance, so it acted as a new support, and then we ended up filling the gap. So gaps usually get filled, you know, quickly. We could check the flow. I don't see anything too bullish. Let's check the 1 day time frame. Yeah, so we are retesting. So what we had here, let's do a little bit Elliott wave. All right, wave 1. This could be a wave 3, and then 4, and then an extended wave 5, and now we could be doing an ABC correction. Right, A, B, and then we could even see C all the way to down there. Look at these candles. Everything's super scattered. It's a weird chart. I wouldn't mind seeing this bounce here again, which you could see it did. So previous resistance acting as a new support. Okay. And if we could find some support here again and then start to move to the upside, that would be ideal. I don't really see any. This isn't really a falling wedge. Definitely need to give this one more time to play out. Not too good of a setup for me, at least. SOS. Let me delete everything. Look, I chart everything, right? You guys should just be, if you want to get better at charting, chart. So that's a nice falling wedge. That is. But it's a little too extended for me, right? If this ended up going like this, that, and then broke out, that's something that I would play. but this is super extended, and yeah. So if you want to play to the upside, over that candle is where I would play this previous resistance or support, because it's going to act as new resistance. Okay. Yeah, the GoPro flow was insane. Someone bought 3,000 GoPro March 5th 8 calls right here. So let's look at the chart. Let me delete that. So this is another example of right, previous resistance. This was old support, became new resistance, and then now we're right at this level again, and we're holding. So if we can make this new resistance act as a new support again and start to see some upside, that's ideal. Right, and we're starting to see this channel here. So if we can start to get back to the upper channel, that would be ideal. And if you want to play long, over these previous candles is where I'd enter. But I don't see any falling wedge or bull flag or anything like that. And the flow was crazy on GoPro. This is one that kept coming up, the 4,000, so it's odd. And it was all on ask. As well as this, 100% on ask. Out of the money. So someone's buying 326, 10.5 calls, 100% on the ask. 600 of them. So that's a little odd. Right, not on a brand name ticker. It's not Apple, it's not Microsoft, it's GoPro, and it's 100% on the ask, out of the money calls. So it's a little suspicious. I'm wondering if they're gonna come out with good news or something. Yeah, so someone bought 600 of them at one time. A little weird. Yep, keep it on your watch list. Anything that I see some weird flow come in like that, I definitely add it to my watch list because I want to make sure that I catch it. What else we saw? What did we see? Oh, Ford. Let me show you Ford. See if I could find it. Here. There were 55,000 September 17th 2 puts. Super, super weird. They kept coming in. They were being swept all day long. 2 puts. Ford's what? 12 bucks? Yeah, actually I'm going to go over AMC and GameStop next. Right? So it's at 1170. And there were 55,000 Ford September 17th puts. New product released on GoPro. What's the product? What are they coming out with? Like a new camera or... Look. 55,000 were bought at 1 cent. Super, super weird. That's unusual. This is what unusual volume is. Like, why is someone putting 55,000 contracts into a 2 put on a Ford? I wonder if there's going to be a scandal or something, or, you know, they're going to come out with news that they, you know, you never know. And I'm pretty sure these puts are worth 3 cents now, so that's 150%. CLWD. What is this? Alright, I can't chart that. Let's go over AMC. AMC. You want to go over the... Let's check the month chart again. So, I hope you guys watched my video. If not, go check it out, but I'll go over it again. Right? Huge, huge, huge falling wedge on the monthly. We have that A wave, B, C, D, and then E. Okay. So this could be E, and that could be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that becomes a full wave 1. So we have a wave 1 with the wave 2 retest, right? Old resistance becoming new support. And wave 3 is going to be right up there with the wave 4 and then wave 5. Right, but this is the month chart. So you may ask, well, I don't want to wait until 2023. But if we have a gamma squeeze, this will go very quickly. This will squeeze very quickly, just like GameStop did. GameStop squeezed to 400, 500, whatever it was. And GameStop was what, at like a $2, $4, whatever it was. And it squeezed all the way to $400 or $500. So if this squeezes, I mean, we're going to go way higher than 35. But that's a conservative price target. Now, if I delete that and go to the 1 hour. Right, we're starting to build this cup and handle pattern. So we have the cup, and then here's the handle. And you can even look at it like this. And we're starting to find some support right at this previous resistance. Lines up perfectly. So this resistance right here is acting as a new support. So if we can break out to the upside, we are gonna fly, guys. And look, over this resistance, we have a gap. So over 11, we have a gap to almost 13. Okay. I love AMC here. I really do. I took a position. And we closed above 8. So all the 8 calls expired in the money. So that's huge. That's going to help the gamma squeeze. Let's check out GameStop. Look at GameStop flagging on the 1 hour. Right? So we had this flag. We just broke out, so now if we can retest, we can hold this previous resistance and this previous resistance here, acting as a new support, bounce off. That would be ideal. GameStop is just way more expensive now, so AMC is a little bit more it's a little bit easier for a retail investor to purchase AMC as opposed to GameStop. And look, it's squeezed from like 30, and then it reached 160, came back down and just went crazy. Cup and handle is just another type of pattern. So technically, so here, cup and handle. Right, you have a cup. A cup and handle zigzags down, and then it consolidates for a little bit, and then it starts to zigzag back up, and then it meets this resistance point, right? It has the same resistance, and then you take the fib level from the bottom to the top of the cup, and in order for it to be a valid cup and handle, it needs to be over the 0.5 fib level. So generally, you'll start to see this downtrend, just like that, and you'll start to see some consolidation downwards or falling a falling wedge. So you'll either see that or something like this, and then it will come down and consolidate a little bit and then pop out. So it'll either look like that, or it will consolidate downwards in this channel, just like this, and then hit the 0.5 and bounce. And then anything under the 0.5 invalidates the cup and handle. All right, David, I hope that makes sense to you. Cloud Commerce. What's the ticker on Cloud Commerce? Just give me the ticker. So CLOV. It's been downtrending for a while now, and it just broke this previous support. So it's at all-time lows. So if you want to buy something at all-time lows, that's all for you. But you need to get over this previous support in order to actually start seeing some upside. So not something I would play. Been downtrending for a long time now. AMC to 67 jillion. Yep, Bull Trades has everything. Let me pull it up. Alright, so if you're in the Discord, it looks like this. This is the all access, so if you purchase the all access membership, you'll have access to all this. You have unusual sweeps in here, so all day long it's coming up with some unusual flow, just like my scanner does. And you see what big money is going into. Golden sweeps we have, right? So orders over $1 million. Those are, you know, big orders. That's pretty unusual. We have our stats, so you could see what current plays we all have. So these are my current plays. You can see our stats. All right, so my stats overall, I have 65 total trades, 73% win rate, and assuming you took one contract per alert, you'd be up 1849 with 1100% total gain. We have the Alpha AI, which is a signal for basically momentum. It's a momentum scanner. We have dark pool prints, equity blocks and dark pool prints, huge orders coming in. We have order flow, option flow, sweeps, and everything. Anything you could ask for. We also have flow charts, right? So if I typed in AMC, give it a second, ready? See, it says processing. Or I'll go through someone else's. It shows the flow. So look, this one's 84% bullish. And then it shows all the ticker, the expirations, and everything. And then the alerts are in here, and this is what it looks like. We're giving out plays all day long with the chart. So here's C-Blast watch list. XLF. Yep, and then soon you guys are going to have a dashboard on the website that offers so much more than any other service out there. It's going to be really awesome. Okay. CLW. I don't think it came up. CLWD. Yeah, I don't know. What is it? Cloud Commerce? Oh, it's an over-the-counter. Yeah, it's an over-the-counter ticker. That's why it wasn't coming up. But you have the major resistance, and then you see, like, this is a cup and handle, and it invalidated. Your next area of support is that low, and it bounced right there. So over this level, we can potentially see a reversal. Under it, you're definitely bearish. It is an over-the-counter, so it probably won't come up on the scanner. I don't know what I did here. Kind of looks like a falling wedge. This is a steep falling wedge. I like a falling wedge that looks like this. I could draw one that I like. So we have the move up, and then a falling wedge that looks like this. Right, kind of a bull flag, maybe a little steeper, like that. There we go. That's an ideal falling wedge, and then we have the A, B, C, D, E, and then it goes up. All right, so we can look at it like that, or we can look at it like that. So if you want to play to the upside, these are the candles that you want to watch out for over this level, that 26 level. And anything higher than that, I would be bullish. We would have a break of this wedge to the upside. X1. Omar, I know you asked multiple times. I'm sorry. So this is more actually, it's not a falling wedge. This is more of just a channel. Right, something like that. Now it is a little bit extended. If we broke out here, that would have been ideal. But we are a little steep here. And let me zoom out. Anything special here? Let's go to the higher time frame. So this is the level you want to watch out for. Right? Previous resistance acted as support, failed, and then it acted as resistance again. So over that 42 level, you know, I would be bullish, and we would have a break of this trend consolidation phase. Let me look at T. I love T long term. I'm in this in my long term portfolio. So we did just break to the downside, right? We had a steep sell-off. So the next level of support, right? Previous support. But if we look long term, this is why I'm in it long term. One, because of the dividend payout. But take a look at this chart. That's amazing. Right, we have the A, B, C, D, E, and now we're getting ready to move. So long term, right, this could be like a 10 to 15 year hold. You do get that 7%, dividend, and I do expect this to go back to the upside. Hopefully all-time highs. I love this chart long term. Mrna, how do you apply waves? Waves definitely takes longer to chart. So look, I thought we had the cup and handle. If I take the fib from the bottom to the top, we held this perfectly. So, right, I thought it was invalidated, but it ended up holding, and now we're starting to see some upside. And on a smaller time frame, we're starting to see this consolidation getting tighter and tighter. Right, so we could definitely break out of that. I wouldn't play this to the upside unless we break that candle. So at 161 level. I don't really like playing the therapeutic companies and the pharmaceuticals because they always have news come out. Especially these big names, they always have news come out. And I know I just play price, but every time I play one of these things, I end up getting stopped out because of news. EMAN. Whoops. So, we are flagging a little bit. Let me just show you, right? So here we have a flag. We broke out, right? We broke out, a huge move. Like, this is why I love flags, because this is what happens most of the time. And now we broke out, we come back down, we retest that previous resistance, and here we are again. Right, previous resistance acting as a new support. And then we have a, actually I think this would be an A wave. It's a little odd. Like an A, B, C, D, E. I don't know, it's not too good of a one of those. It's probably a W, X, Y correction, but I'm not going to get into that now. Okay, so if this line can hold, that 375 line, and we could start to break out, a solid entry point is right here. The 4 level. 4 would be ideal. IDEX. I remember I played this like years ago. I think I played it in like 2015 maybe. What do you guys like about this? I want to see what you guys like about it. You like it because it's cheap? Hey, just because it's cheap doesn't mean it's good. I don't see anything special here. I don't see anything special. It's not a falling wedge, it's just a downtrend channel. We broke through these resistance levels, so that didn't act as support. We broke through that level. It's good long term. I see the declining volume, so it could potentially rebound. I mean, that's some resistance, acted as support. So if that level can hold, and maybe we can find a reversal finally, possibly. Elliott wave terms, right? It's super small scale. But this is your wave 1. It's super tiny. Wave Have to zoom in more. Can't even see it. Yeah, we had the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then consolidation period, and then here we go again. Right, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. It's an extended wave 5 with the smaller scale. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 up there. And now we're bearish. I don't really see anything too special about this chart. You riding to 10 plus. Hey man, I hope it goes well for you. What's next? What's next? TAK. I remember ARC buying that. And I thought it was going to be a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, right? We had the left shoulder, the head, and then potentially the right shoulder. But now, the right shoulder, right? It could still be, but it's usually strong when the left shoulder is lower than the right shoulder. So now that we're breaking the left shoulder lows, it makes this pattern weaker. But if we go to the 4 hour, or just a higher time frame in general, we've resisted this line numerous times now. Numerous times. So these are the levels you need to watch now for a reversal, right? Previous support. So if it can bounce in this region, that's 16 region, that would be ideal. And this is another pharmaceutical company, so I want to play this until this line breaks, because I like confirmation. Who doesn't like confirmation? Let me do laser. I remember a lot of people asked that and I skipped all of it. So laser had such a good setup, but it failed, as you could see. Right, not every play is going to work. Delete these. Delete that. So we had a flag, super long period of consolidation. Now this could be a full wave 1, and now this is a wave 2. Let's see. Whoops, didn't realize I was still drawing. Right, so we could bottom out down here, potentially. It's in a weird spot. I wonder what the flow is like. Wow. At the money IV low was touched. So that's a bearish sign. Let's check it out. These are small orders, like $5,000, $16,000. So volume super low. There's no big trades in here. Not a lot of volume on these calls, all on the bid. So this one's bearish. This is just, whoops, wrong button. Yep, so more bearish and neutral than bullish. So if this can't, get itself together and start moving to the upside, then this one's pretty ugly. When's it's a good time to buy in AMC? I already bought an AMC on Friday. If you want to get in on Monday, as long as it doesn't spike up, then that would be a good time. So another falling wedge possibility here. A, B, C, D, and now the E wave. So as long as this wave can stay above this previous low, this pattern is valid. Right? Definitely a possibility if you want a safe entry over the D wave. D wave is always a safe entry. So what I would like to see is, you know, potentially a little bit more downside. We get here, we consolidate a little bit, and then, you know, it's off to the races. If you guys have any questions about trading, instead of just seeing charts, I'd love to cover like something to help you guys. So if you have any questions just about trading in general, let me know. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Just going over charts and just hanging out. I wonder what are futures doing. Everything's in the bid. What are futures at right now? Wow, the Dow's up 243. And the Nasdaq's up 150. Let me try and go over some questions. How do you scale in and scale out? That's a great question. So, for example, let me find an example. So, what's a play that we did last week? What did I play? Did I play? Okay, let's go over Disney. Right, so an example of a falling wedge. We can even do a replay. So, take a look at this. This is actually really good. So we had a falling wedge. We had the A wave, the B wave, C, D, and then E. And we were consolidating right at this level of previous resistance. So this is previous resistance acting as a new support. Always, always, always happens. And a safe entry is over the D wave, right? Like I said, safe entries over the D wave. This is a little bit of an early entry that you could have taken. We had this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 we were in, right? Wave 4 in the perfect spot. And I was expecting a wave 5. And I know a lot of you caught this in the Discord. So, if I hit play, look at that. So, you could have entered right over here or here, and you have to scale out as you move up. So, I either scale out, so let's say I buy 20 contracts of something. I don't know if a lot of you are buying 20 contracts or not, but right, just an example, 20 contracts, and I enter here. So my first place I'm going to take profits out is I'm going to take out probably 3 or 4 contracts at 20%, right? So that might be like right here on a weekly. Then I'm going to take some more out at my first price target, which is this previous resistance. So that might be around 50%. I'm going to take some more out. And then by the time I get above my price target, I'm going to have half my position out. I'm going to take some profits, and I'm going to start to ride on my runners. So right here I would have half my position, and here we retested this previous resistance. So I wouldn't have sold. And then we're riding with our profits that we took on half of our position. Now we're running on runners, and then I would continue to scale out as we get to 100%, 120%, you know, whatever it is. Let's say we entered here, right? We entered there. and it started to come back down. First, I would take out probably, let's say, right, 20 contracts. I would take out 5 or 10 contracts if we came back down below the low. So if we broke down below the low, I would have taken out half, right, just to be on the safe side. And then if we continue to move back to the downside, the next previous support that I would look for is probably this level, right? That previous resistance, that's a major resistance right there. If we broke through that, then I would have taken my full position out. So in that instance, we were risking, right? If I, wrong tool. Where is it? Right, so if we entered here, and my price target was here, right, it's about a 1.7 risk to reward ratio, so it's not the best, but you are making more than you are losing in this case. What's the Vwap strategy? I don't trade Vwap, so I don't want to give you advice on that. Vwap is just like the volume weighted average. It's just like any other EMA line. EMA, like I don't really use these. Some people do, some people don't. Like for example, in this case, you would take your position out if it broke below one of these lines and it found support, so you would hold your position, and until it broke below, that's when you would sell. Like for example, if I bought in as soon as it crossed, I know some people buy the crosses, you would buy in right here, and then you wouldn't sell until it broke down below. So you would be riding this wave up, and then you would have sold right here as soon as it, you know, confirmed a move down. So right in that case, you would have bought in here and sold there. So that would have been a 5.8% play. If you're buying commons, on options, obviously it's way more. Is commodities a good time right now? It depends. This week is a big week. It really depends on what SPY does. SPY and QQQ. Like we are on SPY. We are at support. We are at critical levels right now, right? Rising bearish wedge. I could turn these off because I don't like using these. This is a huge rising bearish wedge, and we are at critical levels. So if this falls below, then it's not a good place to be buying, to go long. And if we hold here and we could potentially see some more upside, then you know it's obviously great. How did I learn to chart? Just by, you know, doing exactly what I'm doing now, going through the chart, looking at other people's charts, going to people's live streams and classes and stuff, and you know, it's just recognizing patterns and stuff. I posted in the Discord actually, so if you want to like a bunch of educational things, I posted in here. If you go to Insight and then market resources, right, I posted a bunch of educational things, like here's chart patterns. This was by TradingView. So double bottom, falling wedge, how to trade it, and everything. Rising wedge, and any other patterns. Like these are reversal chart patterns, and these are continuation patterns. I made this. This was really cool to make. This is something that I made. Let me pull it up. So if you want to download this, go ahead. This is Elliott Wave. It goes into the background. It goes into what Elliott Wave is, the waves, and then the structure. Wave 1, and then inside the wave 1 it has a 5-wave sequence. Wave 2 is an ABC correction, and so on. And this one's super, super helpful. This is something that you probably want to print out. Wave 2, 70% of the time retraces to that 38.2 to the 61.8 level. So 70% of the time, which is a lot, and so on. Guidelines on how to draw the waves. Cheat sheets. Right, it shows 10 rules. It shows the different patterns, and then way more stuff. Right, this is really helpful. Impulse waves with extended wave ones, and it shows everything. Contracting diagonal or rising bearish wedge, usually a wave 5. Yep, see, waves 3 and 5. So that's something else that I did. Here's another PDF file of a book, I think it was. And there's so many things in here that are pretty useful. Here, Andrew posted a video on how he charts and look for setups, so go check that out. Candlestick patterns. Oh, you don't have a invite link? Let me post it in here. That should work. Let me know if that doesn't work for you, Brooks. Discord was just posted. If not, you could use discord.gg/bulltrades. Alright, you can use that link. I did GameStop. This stream is going to be posted after. So if you want to go through and see anything that we did, feel free. When I've been trading for years. Years now. What other questions do you guys have? How can you distinguish a falling wedge from one that may just look like one? So, okay. Let me show you. Actually, let me show you the chart first. So, falling wedge right here, right? We have the flagpole and then a consolidation period back and forth, usually an A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, and then it breaks out. Let me show you, right? So this one's a little iffy because we don't have that bounce back and forth, right? Ideally, we want something like this, right? And then it breaks, and then it retests, and then it goes out. That's what you want to see. Appreciate you, Omar. Thanks for stopping by. You've watched certain out-of-the-money options pay out crazy amount in comparison to other out-of-the-money options. It's all depending on implied volatility, excuse me. It depends on volume. It depends on so many different factors. Check out the Greeks. If you don't know the Greeks, then there's a PDF in that Discord in the market resources tab. Yeah, man, I stream every single weekend like this for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I stream sometimes during market hours and I trade live. So even during the market, I'll have my scanner open, and then you guys could even use that. All right, now if you don't have any more questions, let's do a couple more tickers. Let's do sends. I saw that come up a couple times. Right, so this is not a falling wedge because it would have been a falling wedge if this didn't happen. But we have that resistance level, We just broke below that. Let me make the music a little lower. It's a little loud. Oh, you're already in bull trades. All right, great, awesome. So we just broke below this resistance level, and that's a major resistance, right? It's an outstanding candle. This should provide a major support or resistance, and failed through. And that's why the candle was huge to the downside, right? Because this is such a major resistance that it fell through, and it fell through deep. And like, you could have caught this move up, right? Look at this triangle. Right, A, B, C, D, E. So this is a bull flag. I'll draw it. Right, we have the flagpole. Whoops, that was a fail. I'll redo that so it looks better. We have the flagpole. We have A, B, C, D, and E. And then we break out. We come back down and retest, and then we move higher. And just so you can see, A, B, C, D, and E. Right? This is a perfect pattern. That's what you want to catch every single time. Your entry, right? What did I say? The D wave. So, right? So if you entered over this D wave, breaks out, consolidates, that's probably on the smaller time frames, that's probably a bull flag or a falling wedge, and then move way higher. And this would be the price target and then hit. So this would have been a perfect play. Thanks, Eric. I'm wondering, is everyone here? How did everyone find this? Did you come from my link, or did you just find this on YouTube? VTNR. Let's check it out, man. Right, so you can either do it like that, probably this, because it has more resistance points on it. This is more, this isn't so a falling wedge. I think I would draw it like that. It's not a bad chart though. If this holds right here, what I do like is that line, because right, previous resistance acting as a new support. So if this old support can act as a new support, that would be ideal. StockTwits, you found it? I don't even think I posted this on StockTwits. You're in the bull trade server, YouTube. All right. Oh, you posted it. Cindy saw it on the video. You were watching NBA playbacks. That's so funny. Alright, well, I hope you guys are enjoying. Anyone that saw that YouTube video. I'm pretty new to making videos, so it definitely came out better than expected. Yeah, let's take a look at edit. Oh wait, Eric, so if you want to play this and this ends up bouncing right here, right? This previous resistance acting as a new support. This 148 line is the one you want to watch, and a safe entry is over that candle, right? Previous support acting as a new support, and then it ends up old support or old support acting as a new resistance. So this is going to be your resistance level right here on the two line. Let's check out edit. So as you can see, I charted this already and it broke out of the wedge. So here's an example of a failed falling wedge. Right, so falling wedge, previous support, breaks down below, ends up bouncing. I'm assuming this line meant something back here. Yep, so previous resistance, right? It held this line and then it bounced off, made this old support a new resistance, and then it's falling through. So this is definitely bearish if this doesn't hold. No problem, Eric. Appreciate that, Brian. I'm trying to teach everyone I can. Trying to teach everyone I can. Neo. And if I don't acknowledge what you're saying, don't take it personally, please, because I'm getting new to this. Alright, I'm all over the place with this chart. So let's clean this up a little bit. That looks better. I don't even like that line. Okay, so, right, we had this long-term trend that held multiple times. And here, right, what did I say about old resistance becoming new support and vice versa? We break through that trend and we bounce back up, and then that old support acts as a new resistance. So this spot right here would have been a great area to play puts. Right, and this spot also lined up perfectly with this high right here. Right, and look at all the bounces within this box, right? Support, support, support. These candles held, and then support, and then it ended up failing. So this is a great spot to play puts. And yeah, we got to see what happens here. I mean, Neo long term is a great company, so if you plan to buy shares, it's definitely a good buy. But let's see. Right, previous support, previous support, previous support, acted as a new support again, so it held. And then we made, this is the 618 level, or the 236, okay. I know stock dweebs likes this, and we could be forming something like that. I don't know, I need to put some more time into this one. Long term, it's a great buy, but I need to redo this chart because it's not correct and it's confusing me. So I'll redo this tonight and I'll post it in the Discord. I post everything in for the members. I post everything in actionable insights here. Like here are my charts with my setups, right? And then analyst watch list. We have Ava post these watch lists every single night, which are amazing. Every single night she posts one. Going over a couple tickers, the contract suggestions, and the levels you need to be aware of. Alright guys, I'm going to do like 2 more tickers. We've been streaming for like almost 2 hours now. And I'll probably stream another time during the week. So J&J just had that good news. So I wonder how that's going to react. Yeah, no problem. Let's do J&J. So here's a wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we had this ABC consolidation phase, right? And I'm sure, right, previous resistance is going to act as a new support here. And this full 5-wave sequence is now going to be a wave 1. And then we're going to have a wave 2. And then, you know, and so on. Let me change the color so it doesn't get too confusing. And then if I take the fibs from the bottom to the top, let's check it out. Alright, so wave 2s technically, usually, near the 0.5 of the 382. And it's exactly at that 382 level. So if this holds, super bullish area to add. Great spot to add if this holds. Alright, if you want to enter here, and your stop loss would be a little bit below this line, just in case, so you don't get stopped out. But I do like it. Alright, and we're starting to form this falling wedge. Not bad, guys, not bad. That looks pretty good to me. They did just have good news, and I like I said earlier, I don't like to play these companies because of the news. But I'll add it to my watch list. Let's check out Bitcoin. Did I not add it to my watch list? Look at Bitcoin, guys. So here's a perfect example of a falling wedge, right? So, you know, crypto works the same as equities. Previous resistance acting as a new support right here. Falling wedge, A, B, C, D, E. This is a perfect falling wedge. And we're breaking out. Now we are breaking out. Over this D wave, we should start to see some more momentum pick up. That's why I entered. Alright, one more. What should I do? One more. What's the most common ticker that you guys want to see that I didn't do already? Something that's not an over-the-counter ticker. I love this chart. Let's see what futures are doing. Dow up 236, Nasdaq's up 154. What's something you guys want to see? Someone called me Young Buffett. That's so funny. Tesla. Oh, we didn't do Tesla. Did we do Tesla? I think we did. Yeah, we did a lot of tickers. This was a 2-hour chart session. We did a lot. So if you're still here, I really appreciate you being here on a Sunday night. Let's check out Tesla. Alright, Tesla's a big name. I think we did this already, but yeah, we did. We did Tesla already. So if you want to see Tesla, just make sure you go back into the stream and look for it. I think the setup on the video. Yep, so here's the... Actually, let me go over ADBE. This is a good setup. Alright. Is it okay if I go over this one? Let me know. Here is a huge, huge, huge bull flag. Alright, so let's go on the daily. Check this out. Hyped for tomorrow? Me too. There's nothing better than a Monday morning. Nothing better than Monday morning at 9:30. It's better than caffeine. So here, wave 1, wave 2 pullback, parabolic wave 3 move, and now we're moving sideways, right? And as you can see, I did an in-depth Elliott wave analysis. I did post it on my Twitter, so if you want to check the chart out for yourself, go ahead. And right, we're consolidating super long. This is going to set up for a massive move, whether that be to the downside or the upside. I don't know. I don't want to predict, but over this level, right, over that 477.35, which is that high of the candle, we should start to see some momentum, and we should start to potentially break out of this. Which time frame do I like to chart? It depends on what I'm trying to do. So if I'm trying to day trade, then I'm not going to really look at the daily. I would want to look more at like the 2 hour to see, you know, where we are in the trend. Then when I am trading live, like during the market hours, I'll really look at the 30-minute or the 1 hour. Right, so here on the smaller time frame, we're starting to create this little tight flag. So that's something you could play like on a day trade, right? Like this is a much smaller time frame. Look, A, B, C, D, E, and this is setting up to move either down a couple points or up a couple points. So you could totally day trade this, right? You're not going to go on the daily and try and do that. Like look at what that looks like on the daily. You can't make anything out of that. So if you're trying to, you know, trade for a couple months, let's say you plan to take a leap, like a 1-year contract, then you're going to look at the longer time frames. Yeah, we did Riot. All right, guys. Any last minute trading questions? I've never talked this long in my life. This is it's a long stream. What time frame do you use for confirmation of a breakout? So for example, I don't really use just a specific time frame. I use everything. I don't want to also give you like, you shouldn't just be using one time frame. You should always be like rotating through like a multi-time frame analysis. But for example, like if I was to go to SPY and right, I was looking at the 1 hour. I remember I took one of these trades. Like SPY had a lot of rising bearish wedges here. Right, so rising bearish wedge. So if I was to play this, right, this is a day trade, because I'm on the smaller time frames. I'm on the 1 hour. I can even go to like the 30-minute here. Ideally, like you see how it broke below. Like this is a great entry, and obviously like this isn't confirming a move downwards because it ended up gapping down overnight. But predictions for tomorrow. Yeah, like this gap down overnight. So this would have been a hard one to catch the next morning. Here's another one. Right, like here. This broke down and then made this new support a new resistance. So like this would have been a great entry. Right, so you always want to look for that retest. And if you didn't play that, then like levels you want to play. So like the low right here, this would have been a great entry to the downside because it's breaking this support and it breaks down. Okay. All right, everyone. I hope you learned something, and I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, make sure you drop a like. I do this every week, so come back again next week, and we'll go over everything and anything that you want. You got a small amount in AMC? Yeah, I have a position in AMC too. The setup looks good, so it's just like any other setup, right? If you remove all external factors and you take a look at the chart, it has a great setup. So breakout and retest. So I'm playing the chart, I'm not playing the hype. Right? I don't care about the hype. The chart looks good, and that's what I care about. Alright, you ready for this? Ending screen. Boom. Appreciate you guys being here, man. A long time, 2-hour stream, and see you guys stuck around. That's awesome. All right, have a good night. I will see